that go through your whole body.
Oh man, welcome back everybody to another episode of Polite as Fuck.
Heyo, happy Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday, doing the same thing, enjoying the heat, sort of. Enjoying the pool with the heat. That's about it.
We've just kept the AC on. There's no point in even turning it off because in the night it doesn't cool off. Cool off the house, it's just muggy.
Yeah. At the restaurant, so many guests are always like, it's so hot, is the AC on? Is the AC on? I want to be like, most of them are like, can you turn on the AC? Like, it's too hot. But there are other ones that are like, if we're dying, you must be dying. And I'm like, look at my face. I'm dripping. You don't need salt in your food because I'm sweating in it. So, I'm just kidding. That's disgusting. I would not. But
I just don't understand, though, like, it's such an open air concept. How would the AC even do anything?
I think because it's all of the windows, like, it is open, but it's facing west. So by the time we're, like, mid-rush, it's, like, 6:30, and the windows are open, but the sun is like directly blaring. So then we have to close those. So people, because it's either like the sun is in your face with fresh air, or the sun is not in your face and it's like humid and like disgusting and just like damp in there.
I would not have a good restaurant experience just sitting in the heat and I sweat, and I can only imagine walking up and down those stairs.
Yep, I was upstairs yesterday, so I was like, boop, 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 boop. It got to a point
all over your face.
It's actually horrible. Sometimes I'm like, it's gotten to the point where, you know, when you do like, I've only done it once, but when I did the like hot Pilates or whatever, Jen was like, you have to bring a towel for your mat, but then bring like a towel for your face too. I'm like, should I bring a towel for my face for work? It's disgusting. Yeah. Ugh, I feel like a handkerchief, whatever the fuck it's called.
Handkerchief.
Oh man. Anyway, welcome back, guys. Hope you're doing well. I'm excited for today's episode. I want to know like what made you think of this, because you said it's been trending and I haven't heard of it. So explain.
It's trending on the 3 YouTube videos I watched. I just saw someone. Okay, you know, it's really funny. This is a long-winded explanation.
That's what we do here. That's, if anything, that is what we're known for.
I will watch YouTube shorts randomly, mostly when I like go to upload our videos to YouTube. Mm-hmm. And for some reason, the algorithm has given me this girl whose name I want to say is like Ari, maybe. Mm-hmm. She's dating, what's his name? Young Gravy? Is that a singer?
That sounds so familiar.
He, like, had a thing for a while where he was, like, only dating, or, like, would talk about older women. Like, he always wanted, like, an older woman.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know. Okay, but she has an OnlyFans. Her content is not OnlyFans, but her content is, like, she's just very, just, like, lays it all out there and says whatever, and I kind of dig it. Randomly, she's on my feed, and then I started watching this show on Apple TV called like Margot Has Money Troubles, and spoiler alert, she creates an OnlyFans. So anyway, OnlyFans is like trending in my life, not related to what we're talking about today, but Ari did a video that was like 5 things that I think are worth the money. And I think one of them was, like, maybe she had said, like, a boob job or something. She's also, like, therapy and other things. And it made me think of, like, what do I think is worth the money and what do I think is not worth the money? And I had a few that came to mind instantly. And then there were some that I was like, I actually don't know, because I was trying to do 5.
Wait, that's hilarious.
I just thought it'd be curious to hear what you have to say.
I literally didn't even think of therapy. That's crazy that was an example, because I was gonna say, like, what did she say in the video? And you're like, oh, boob job. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's, you know, I don't have that, but I have something similar on my list. And then you're like, therapy. I'm like, therapy.
It didn't get on mine either.
Really? Okay,
I actually fully forgot about that until I was just explaining. So, whoops.
We'll add that really quick. So, number 1, therapy. No. I had fun thinking about this because I also feel like, for me, I don't know. For me, there's like a lot of, I don't have a lot of big, like, things that I spend like a shit ton of money on. Not that I necessarily feel like that's what it's asking, but I just think in terms of like, okay, big spending, like what do I spend, what's most important. And I think the first thing that comes to mind is my education. And I say that because I feel like, well, one, it was the most expensive thing I've ever done and still doing, unfortunately.
So
but
you're saying it's worth the money.
well, I feel like I've had, like, in the past been really frustrated and almost like resentful towards my decision to go to college because I'm like, my degree, I'm not using my degree. I'm not feeling like I'm doing anything with it. So I have had this feeling in the past of like, it isn't worth it. And I've kind of like spoken about it openly, I think, even on the podcast, but primarily in therapy of just like, why did I do that? Blah, blah, blah. But I think like sitting and thinking about this topic, it's like, I would maybe phrase it differently. And like, this is for everything that I'm sure I'm going to say today is like, I think it's kind of like, that's my own trauma talking of me being like resentful. I think taking a step back, I would say like my top one is like, if you are going to go get a degree or even any sort of like education, any sort of just like trade work or some sort of like classes or things like that, that may be on like, you know, not super expensive, but something that you have to put, you know, a little bit of money behind and kind of stick with. I would say is worth it because as much as I am like frustrated with the decision of going to that school and getting that degree and blah, 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 I do feel like I'm in a much better place now for it. Like I can only imagine how much more difficult it would have been if I didn't do that.
Yeah.
Also, I did have a good like, you know, overall good like college experience. So I would say, and I feel like it allows me to, like, I'm now able, if I wanted to go back and get a master's, I could. Like, it opens the door for other things. So maybe in, like, a different way than I did it. But I think, yeah, honestly, it's been nice because I think doing this, like, exercise or whatever, just, like, topic, makes me be like, okay, actually, I don't think it's a waste of money. If anything, I do think it was worth it. So.
Wow, I love that.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Number one.
My number one is not nearly as wholesome as that.
Oh, the rest of them won't be. I'll make that very clear.
But I'm glad you feel that way. Because I do think about my college experience too. And like, there were some horrible parts to it. And just things that I'm like, why did I do that that way? But I also am like, I have no idea where I would be if I didn't go like and do those things. Yeah. And just like,
live it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The first one I put was Movers.
Smart. Truly.
I feel like maybe my brain was just on the topic of last episode of like moving. And I have paid for Movers for, aside from moving to San Diego, every move I've done within San Diego, I've paid for Movers. And I 100% think that it is worth every penny. There have been like some issues in the process, but I just cannot imagine how much more work it would have been for like us to move to this house and like undo the beds, undo like the large furniture and then rebuild it. I'm like, that all happened in a day and we didn't have to do that. And like, yes, it was annoying that our elevator broke the day that we're moving and like we didn't need to be moving boxes down, but we're also like paying by the hour, so I'm like, all right,
let's
we
go.
need to expedite this process.
Yeah.
So like we did have to help a little bit, but we weren't moving the beds, we weren't moving the TV, we weren't moving the surfboards and the bikes. Like, oh, it's just so nice to not have to do that. And or to like make, like, I'm sure we could have found or paid friends to help, but then it's like if things go wrong, which they have gone wrong, then there's like this expectation or maybe resentment on your friend for like fucking something up. And it's like, if it's just a mover, then you can figure it out.
Well, that, it probably like saved our friendship too. Imagine us trying to do this.
The couch.
Oh my god. Like,
they had to literally flip it over the balcony, flip it into the doorway.
Oh my
like,
god, yeah, and they fucked up the balcony. Oh my god, I remember that.
Which turns out the balcony was like rotted with termite damage.
I think honestly could have just laid it on there and it would have been just like poop.
Yeah. At the time I was like, what the fuck?
Damn, that's a good one. I really like that. That's so true. I didn't even think of that. When we were like growing up in the military, when we moved so much, like the movers were just provided. Like we didn't have to worry about it. Actually, I don't know. I think so. I didn't worry about shit. But it was just like a given that they were going to be there. So I think like us moving, it didn't like occur to me, and I was like, oh no, like we've got it. I've moved stuff before, and then you're like, no, I'm getting a mover.
I'm not
doing
doing that. I'm not.
Thank God, that's so smart. Because
Yeah.
no.
I think my sister and her girlfriend are moving to Chicago.
What?
Did you know this?
No.
Yeah, they're moving
Exciting.
to Chicago like next week.
Oh my God.
I know. So we can go visit Chicago.
Okay, love
but
that.
they got a pod. And I think the plan is once they get there, they're hiring people to just take everything up because they're like in an apartment complex. Like, I'm not going to be moving all of this stuff up and down.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Someone else can do that.
Yeah.
That's a good one. My next one that I said is tattoos. Tattoos and piercings. I mean, it can go like really like wrong. Obviously, there's a few that I want to get like covered up, or like, you know, your first tattoo is always like, oh gosh, you know what I mean? Love it. So there's that, but I think if you like, I've invested like a lot of money in some of mine, and I love them, and I get complimented all the time, and I want to continue, and it's something that's like I'm already pretty passionate about and have been since I can remember. Like, I've always wanted tattoos.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you're kind of in that same boat, then fuck it. But just like, if you know, spend some money, realize you're gonna be like spending a shit ton, and then make it look fantastic. And I love them.
Yeah, I agree. I do think they're worth it. My fish, some people hate it, some people love it, and I love it. And it's fun when someone's like, oh my gosh, I love
hates
that
it?
placement.
That's
I guess I
crazy.
shouldn't say they hate it, but I've gotten feedback that like, oh, that's interesting.
Well, your face is interesting. I'm just kidding.
That's a good one. What is your favorite tattoo, do you think?
Oh man, probably the bird.
Yeah.
I get complimented on
one's
this
so
all the
good.
time, and sometimes I'm like, oh my God, it's like so detailed. Like,
It
I
is.
forget.
It's crazy.
I actually like can't think or look about it too long. Think about it too long because I just want more. I'm like, okay, save it for another day.
Save the money. Another thing I think is worth the money is good towels and good bedding. I put those together because it's like those are things that you use every day. I don't know that you necessarily need to spend a lot of money, but I think if you have sheets or towels that you don't like, it is worth buying new sheets or towels.
100%.
Because it's like, yeah, you literally sleep in that. You use that whenever you get out of the shower. And I, for a while, had towels that I was like, I don't like these. And every time I would use them, I was like, I don't like these. And then I got new towels, and I'm like, wow, what an amazing experience to get out of the shower and feel like comforted, you know? It's
or
just the little
pillows
things.
too. Just having
Yeah.
really decent pillows is like a game changer.
Yeah, I think it's worth investing time and money into finding good ones.
I was thinking about putting cars on here, but I might change my answer. I say that because it's like when you do have a good car, something that's like I just know that it's like the value of a car when it just is like so stupid. Like, I fucking hate cars.
That's so funny because I put not worth new car.
New car. Well, okay, I don't think I agree with that. Like a brand new car, like fresh,
Yeah.
is not worth it. I think people that buy, I think people are learning now. I hope
Yeah.
to God, unless you're like rich as fuck, like what is the point? But I think maybe it's just my situation, and maybe I'm just like traumatized right now. But it's like, if you're gonna be spending a lot of money on a car anyway. Like used cars now are basically fucking new car price. It's
Yeah.
actually insane. So I'm like, gonna be spending the money, I'm gonna get something that's like gonna be super reliable, take me everywhere, something that I can like easily manage and fix, not even myself, but like I kind of know what's going on.
Yeah.
And it's like a game changer, especially if you're gonna be like, for me, I drive everywhere. I use my car for everything. If I go home to Nevada, like to take the dogs with me, I'm driving. I prefer driving over like flying and things like that if I had the option, especially because of the dog. So I'm like, to me, I'm like, fuck, it is worth it because I'm gonna be using it so much. So I think
I would agree with that. I feel like a reliable transportation is worth the money.
yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm like, you have those that you're just like, oh, this is just like my beat bop car, like I'm just, chugging along and doing whatever. You have like, you're really nice, like I think something in between those is worth it.
Yeah. No, I agree. Having a piece of shit car, which I think we both had, where you're just like, every other week it seems you have a new thing to fix, and it's like, sure, maybe you're not having a car payment every month, But when you have to randomly drop $3,000 to like have a functioning vehicle, it's just a nightmare.
Yeah.
And to have a car where you're like, you do your maintenance things, you know, you get your oil changed, you get your whatever you need done routinely, and it works. That's like so nice.
So nice.
To
and
have.
like this takes all the stress away because
Yeah.
it's just too much sometimes.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Well, you know, around 15 minutes I'll check the audio and I might just have to do it. My bad.
Oh well. You know what? Like we said, there's always something.
There's always something.
At least we sound like okay in a contained area. No
Yeah.
noises are going off. The dogs are fine. So
Yes. Yeah. What was I saying? Running shoes. Did I even say the word?
no, I don't think
Oh.
so. I think you were in the midst, and then yeah, I
And then I
got
touched the cord.
yeah.
I think that good running shoes are worth the investment because if you like running at all or want to incorporate that into your workouts, when you don't have good running shoes and your feet are fucked up, it just ruins everything.
Yeah.
You like can't even walk then. And having gone through like multiple pairs of running shoes and like trying to run 3 miles and then suddenly I'm like every toe has a blister on it.
Yeah.
Or like now I have ankle problems because whatever's happening. It's not worth it to try, I don't think. And that it doesn't necessarily mean the most expensive shoe is the best shoe, but I think it's worth like paying whatever you need to get the shoe that's right for you.
Yeah. And a lot of it too is like not just like worth the money, but like worth the like time that you're going to put into it as well. Like take the time, like you bought like a few to try them out and all that. I think that's really smart to do. And there was something else too, just like, oh, the cars situation too of just like doing the research and spending the time. So like, yes, it's going to be a little bit more money, but I think what's worth the money is also like the time and energy factor too. Like they go hand in hand. So
Yeah.
I love that. I think shoes, like feet, especially as you get older, like take care of your feet because that's like your like everything. It's like your roots
when you
to
literally
everything.
can't walk around, it's like it messes everything up.
Truly. As I'm wearing Vans to work, it's actually insane.
But hey, if it works for you,
Sure.
like walking around, I wore Vans at Pride.
Uh-huh.
My feet hurt so bad because it was so hot. I feel like so my feet were probably like swollen, and then I had to walk like you know how hilly it is. I had to park in freaking North Park, walk to Hillcrest, walk around, and my feet hurt. It was horrible.
Dang.
Yeah.
Love the Vans. No, I love that. I think on this like a similar thing as shoes is like essentials. My first was like bra and underwear, but I just also am like I was gonna say like and workout clothes and this and that, but I'll stick with my original thought of like there's so many places to get like your bras and your underwears and things like underwears. You know what I mean? Like there's so many different places, and I think when I like got out of college and like stopped just like getting all my shit from Target, I realized like okay,
I still
where
do that.
yeah. I'm like where do I go, like what do I like what's necessary. And I think I spent a lot of time trying to do like different like finding different places, getting like different like measurements and like finding out what works like best specifically for like a bra. I just think that putting time and energy and good money into having like a really good like one or two like bras that feel comfortable for like different outings and things like that make it so like nice because then you don't have to like think twice about it. Also like I'm not a huge like I don't even like wearing bras, so it's like if I'm going to, because I like work with people, I'm not gonna have my fucking nipples free. It drives me nuts when people do that. There's so many people at work and I'm like I don't understand. And then I feel like an asshole because it's like I'm staring at your nipples, but I'm like, they're bouncing around. I feel like a dick. I feel like a douchebag man. But I'm like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Like you're serving food. I don't know. Anyway, that's a whole other topic.
For sure.
For sure. But I do feel like if I'm going to wear a bra, I want it to be comfortable. I want it to like fit in the right way and I feel cute at the same time.
Yeah.
I also think just like having good comfortable underwear is like cotton or like thin. I love thongs, so it's like if I'm gonna have something like shoved up my ass, I want it to be comfortable. You know what I mean? So it's like I will put a good, like, I'm not like shopping on Skims all the time for my shit, but I will have to say some of their stuff is nice, you know? And so if you have like a good basic layer of clothing that keeps you comfortable, you're like solid for a sec.
That is such a good one. A good bra is literally such a game changer.
Yeah.
And a bad bra, you know.
You just know.
Like,
and
you're like 3 hours into your day and you're like, I am so uncomfortable. I cannot wait to take this off.
yeah, and I'm like, oh, I'll make it work, or like maybe this, maybe that, and it's like sometimes it just is not the right fit. Sometimes you're like the wire or something is like not working. Ugh, God, it's the freaking worst.
That's so good. I always buy such cheap bras and underwear, which like
Same.
doesn't necessarily mean bad, but I feel like I have to replace them often because they're not good or they like stretch out immediately. And I've been curious about Skims, but I have not pulled the trigger because it is a little expensive. But I heard they're opening a like an actual storefront in Fashion Valley.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
So I'm excited to like
fun.
go and actually see things. 'Cause
Yeah.
I need to like see what it's about.
Yeah.
Before I spend $50 on a bra or something.
I also think too, like just knowing, we've talked about this before, but like knowing your body type and what fits you, because I think I get in the problem of like, okay, I know my cup size and my like, you know, band number or whatever. So it's just like I go through the motions of like, okay, I'm just ordering this, and now it's like I'm taking a little bit more time to like see if I were to buy like a good bra, what I'm looking for is like what the fit is, not just some like random one because it looks cute on this model, which is like something that I'm kind of doing now anyway. I think you get to an age where you're like, I can't just
You can't just pick what's cute.
can't just do that.
What's cute on you.
Yeah.
Okay, this one, I was tentative to put it on. Wait, is it my turn? Yeah,
I think so.
You just went.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, wait, what? I don't know.
I was just going on about bras. So I paid a lot of money for laser hair removal, and I think I was a little bit tricked in the process of it being like a permanent thing, which is like, okay, I've accepted now that it's not a permanent thing, but
It's not permanent?
no.
What?
You have to get like maintenance like ones.
I hate it. I hate everything. Sorry. Continue.
Your hair, so what I was going to say is like, my hair does grow back a lot slower and a lot thinner. And I feel like, especially in my bikini line, like growing up swimming, I was having to shave every day. I had like the worst razor burn all the time. And I feel like that alone is worth it to me. Because even when it grows out, it's like thin enough to where I'm like, I can see the hairs, but I'm fine to wear my suit still. And it's like, if I forgot to shave, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would say like laser hair removal, your whole body is worth the money. But I do think like doing some type of hair removal, if that's something you're like wanting, I think is worth it. Even when I get like waxed before like a vacation or something, it is so nice to not have to worry and to not have razor burn or to not have to be like, oh shoot, I like didn't shave so I can't wear this outfit. I just feel like spending money on that for whatever reason is worth the money.
Yeah. That's interesting. I get hesitant on a lot because one of the things I was going to put on was like skincare or like things that like take care of yourself, which is like so generic.
Yeah.
But I do think it's like, it is worth it. Like, because it's your body, it's your skin, it's your hair, like things like that. I just get hesitant on putting that because I do think that in the world that we live in, it's very the new thing. And like, not saying that laser hair removal is that, but it's just like, there are so many things that they kind of like, the big they tell you like, do this is like better, helpful, blah, blah, blah. And when it's like already going to cost a fortune, kinda, you know what I mean? It's like, I get hesitant on like whether or not I want to pull the trigger. It's also interesting because it's like, to me, it's like outweighing that versus, oh man, like another tattoo. Oh, well, no, that doesn't really like, I don't want to compare those like that. Or like, for me, like a lot of my self-confidence right now is like trying to figure out my hair situation, like my head hair, not my, I'm like, so it's like, I don't know if I would want to put money into that or just deal with how annoying it is to like shave or wax, blah, blah, blah. And then like put money into like really good shampoo and conditioner or like whatever. So I don't know. I have thought about it, especially the bikini line, because I'm like, I can't shave every day. I can't do it. Oh, bye. She's gone to cease.
That was crazy. I think everyone's hair grows so differently, and it's just like, yeah, I literally had just a lot of hair, a thick hair everywhere, and like for some people that's fine, and for me, like I really did to be like, I'm gonna embrace growing it all out. Like I was like growing out everything. So uncomfortable. I was so uncomfortable, and it was like itchy, and I was getting so many ingrown hairs because it's like rubbing, like the friction is like making the hair grow in, and I'm just like, it's not worth it to me. But I do think it's like, to your point about skincare stuff, like I went to Laser Away, and they are so good about upselling or being like, we just introduced this other skincare thing that will take 10 years off your face, and it's like, you could just constantly, you could spend all of your paycheck, every paycheck on that, and you will still like have, I don't want to say problems, but like there will always be another thing. So it's just like accepting what you can, and if there are certain things that you're like, I want to spend the money to try and like address whatever it is, then sure.
Yeah.
But there's always going to be there's right now, I think it's like the salmon. It's like salmon something. Like you could literally like inject like whatever salmon has in it.
Jesus fucking Christ, I can't, bro. I really can't. You know what, though? Let me just say this. When everybody turns into lizard people in a few decades, I'm going to be like, old, wrinkly, but you know what? Not a lizard person.
Not a lizard person.
So...
and I still have thousands of dollars that I didn't spend on that.
Damn, no, that's funny. It's so hard. It's so hard being a girl right now. I'm not even kidding you. You just get fed so many things on how to be like younger, hotter, skinnier, all these things, and it's like it never ends. And also like it's never a fix. Yeah. It's not like, okay, this did the trick.
Yeah.
I think, well, with that being said, my last one is nails, getting your nails done. I just feel like, and insert anything that just makes you feel like extremely confident, whether it's like a haircut or like a facial or getting your like eyebrows waxed or something, kind of the similar to like the laser. But for me, it's like, when your nails are done, like it's a form of art. I really enjoy like seeing the time it takes, especially nowadays. Like people go crazy. It's insane. It's like a tattoo, but on your fingers. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. I love that. So I think I just love the compliments. I love the girlhood when I'm at the restaurant and everybody's like, "Oh my God, I love your nails." Blah blah blah. Like you just feel so. I feel so confident, and I feel like in touch with my most like feminine. I don't know if it's like the click clacking or something. I don't know. I love it. So I feel like it's fucking expensive, and it's kind of like stupid, kind of, because you're just like getting plastic shit burned onto your fingernails just to make your fingernails worse, just to continue doing it. Like if you actually think about it, you're like, what are you even doing? But to me, it's like, I think it's worth it. I think it's worth the money. I think it's worth being a little bougie and getting your nails done.
I do love when I get my nails done. I had to cut them last night, so I'm not going to show.
I'm not going to do that.
But it is fun, and I just feel like I feel
put together.
Prettier.
Yeah, prettier. Yes. It's like when you forget earrings.
Yeah.
And you walk out of the house without earrings. I'm like, I'm ugly. Doesn't make any sense.
No.
I'm not. I'm literally just putting
put together is a better way to say it.
But I feel that. So I would say that's my
your last one.
That's my last one.
The last one I had, and maybe this was just like me in my, I don't know, work, like whatever stage I was in when I was writing this down. But I feel like a Garmin watch.
Okay.
It's worth
Also,
the money.
Look at her tongue out.
Aww, a little twitch.
She's so cute. Sorry.
Little spaz. Oh, she knows we're looking.
Anyway, okay, Garmin watch.
A Garmin watch. I feel like, okay, it's funny because we swam the other day and I like used it. It doesn't even count. Like when you kick it, it gets confused and it doesn't count it as a lap. So I don't use it like really for swimming. But when I've done triathlons, or if I'm like going on a bike ride or a run, I feel like it's just nice to know about your workout.
Yeah.
Like, I think about when I would run, we've talked about this before, like we would swim 2 hours, do adrenaline, and then I'm like, and now I'm going to go run. And I didn't have any type of like watch, and I think I would just do it based off of like time. Like I would be like
30 minutes or whatever. Oh my
and
God.
like kill myself, and it wasn't healthy. And now, one, I have a different mentality, but also it's nice to know like I am listening to my body, I can see how I'm feeling, and then I'm like, I look down and I'm like, whoa, like my heart rate looks great, I'm running at a good pace, whatever. I just feel like I am better at training, or my running or biking, triathlon type workouts are more, I don't know, like I'm not so much of like, oh my gosh, I did this ride in 2 hours, that's so long, but I have other things to point to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's so true. When
and
I had
the battery life lasts a long time.
and it counts, like, it has, what is that?
Yeah, I have my heart
God.
rate.
I was gonna say, there's steps, there's so many icons on there, it's so cute.
You can change the layout, like if you don't want to see these things, because I know for some people maybe that's too much. But I put steps, my heart rate, and like the distance, and then the battery.
There is something, like, when I had my Fitbit, I really enjoyed it. It gets kind of, like, funny, and we made a joke about it of, like, oh, it doesn't count unless you, like, track it on your thing. And I think a lot of people, like, understand that and can kind of, like, relate to that in terms of their workouts. But I think when you have it, there's something validating, and exactly to what you just said. Like, there's something validating to be like, oh, okay, like, I did do it. Like, it's right here. I think sometimes it's, like, I'll do a workout, I'll be listening to my body, and it's like I only have time and or energy for like 20 minutes. And then I work out for 20 minutes and I'm like, without it, and I'm like, I don't even know if I did a workout. This is like stupid. And now all of a sudden, like, I'm in my head, blah, blah, blah. But if I have that and it's like, your heart rate was this, and like, great job. I'm like, thanks, man. Like, it is like kind of nice to have.
Yeah. I think, I mean, I know you can do the stuff on your phone. I think one other reason why I like it is because I like leaving my phone.
It separates you from that. Yeah, you don't have to be on that. Because it's a distraction, too. If you're trying to look at your phone and then all of a sudden you're getting messages and blah, 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 it's like, okay, well, now I don't know what the fuck is happening.
Yeah, now I'm thinking about this text I just got.
Yeah.
Or some work
rather than, like, the work. Something. Yeah, exactly. And then the workout that you're trying to do. So, I love that. That's a good one.
Thanks. Did you have ones of not worth it?
Oh my God, I could talk about this all day long. And you know what? My first one is actually going to be kind of controversial.
Ooh.
Hear me out.
I'm sweating. Sorry.
No, that's okay. Same. Like actually, let me just wipe my mustache off. There we go. I'm going to say traveling.
Whoa.
Because, okay. Wow, let me gather the thoughts. Okay, so that's not to say that I don't think traveling isn't worth the money. I think that I really enjoyed my travels. I love experiencing different cultures. I think if you have the money, do it. I think in the world that we live in right now, traveling is like a fad. It's like, is that the right word? Like, you're just like, it's like the new thing to do. Not the new. It's not new. I'm just like
trendy.
Very trendy. Very like, oh, where are all the like cool spots so that I can take my like TikTok and Instagram and I got to get the picture in front of this and like, or else it didn't count and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, while I've also been that person, I've also like fully immersed myself in some of these like cultures and the places that I've been, and I just think like and maybe I'm just fucking jealous if I'm being honest. Maybe I'm just jealous because I haven't in a while, but it's like if I envision like my perfect travel, I kind of would want it to be very similar to what I did in Australia, where it's like I was in it. I was in their culture. I learned like so many interesting things from like the people that have been on that land for longer than we could even imagine. And I just feel like really grateful for the time that I spent there, while also being able to kind of like do the touristy things. I also just think like it's not worth it if that's all you're gonna be doing. Like if that's all you're gonna do to like take the picture and do all of these things, like for me it's like I live in California. There's so many different, like we have like Mediterranean vibes, we have like Italy vibes, you have like Spanish vibes, you have like all of these things that I would want to go do, we have here, and that is like what I would want to maybe put more of like my money into, rather than, oh my god, like I'm falling behind in life, I need to like, this is like so funny to say because you're about to go travel, so I don't mean it like this at all. And like but I feel like you can relate, and I feel like in the sense of like, oh, everybody on Instagram is doing this thing, so I must like go do this and like spend all my savings just so that I can go do this thing. You know what I mean? And maybe it's stupid of me to say, I think that's just like where my head is at. I do love traveling. I just think it's like walking a really fine line right now between like, what are we doing? Like we're just white folks going around doing whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah.
As usual, I guess. So
I think, yeah, it's nice. This is not intended in any way to be like a better than you comment.
Oh my God.
Better than like anyone.
Yeah.
Of like, it's nice being off of social media because I feel like I fully understand what you're saying of like getting on and being like, well, they just had a summer in Italy, and like this person just went to Spain for Christmas, and like they just did New Year's in wherever, and I'm here in San Diego.
Yeah.
And I feel like that I fully get that because it was like we did our Miami trip and we were riding this high, and then it was almost like, but there's so much we can do here too, and like, do we really need to go to another? Because I feel like sometimes you get to another place and then you go to the museum, you go to a good place to eat, you dance or whatever, and it's like, but also you don't have to spend all that money to do those things.
Totally.
And I think sometimes you travel and then you remember like, oh, a lot of this is right where I live or easily accessible from where I live. So I would say, I don't know that I agree that it's not worth the money. Oh, our Uber Eats is here.
Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe like it is super controversial, and I knew what I was gonna say is gonna ruffle some feathers. I think maybe I just am like coming from a place of like, I just see it because I'm on social media so much, and it just like makes me frustrated because it's like you're spending all this money just for this. You haven't talked to a single local person. Really? You haven't talked to a single local person. Like that, and then you're stressed out because it's like the flights and you've missed work and like the travel delays, and now like the tourists are yelling at you and blah blah blah, and it's like, to me that doesn't seem worth it. However, it is worth it if you're putting in, I literally can't. I'm actually like, but I can't be mad at her because it's a fucking toy. She's just happy. Fuck off, Jesus Christ.
Hey, Luna.
Wild episode. I don't know. Now I feel like crazy for saying it. But do you see what I mean?
Yes,
like
I
in
saw
that
what you
sense
meant.
of like,
yeah.
It's not worth it if that's all you're gonna do, because you're just gonna get frustrated, and now you've just spent, like I said, your whole savings doing what? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I feel like if you are like, the difference to me in the traveling that you're about to do is like, one, I have never once heard somebody be like, I want to go to wherever you're going to do this backpacking. You know what I mean? Slovakia, Slovenia.
Also a place.
You know what I mean? It's like, that is so like, there's no trending. That's just like something that you've like acquired from yourself, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. Take it with a grain of salt. You guys know what I mean.
I know. I feel like there's definitely substance to that take. Well, this is not even at all related, but I, the other day, went to get coffee, coffee is starting to become a not worth the money piece for me, because I'm like, how the heck did I spend $10 on a coffee? But also, I was so hungry and I had not timed my grocery shopping well. I knew there was no food at the house, so I'm like, I'm gonna get like a breakfast sandwich. I spent $17 on I didn't know at the time, like the way they described it, I was like, that sounds really yummy. I thought it would be like a plate of food. It was an English muffin with like an egg and bacon on it, and I was like, how is this $17? This is insane. And breakfast food has always been a little hard for me because I know it's like the cheapest food to make, So when I'm spending like $30 on breakfast, I'm like, ugh. But if it's like an experience, I'm with friends, whatever, it's worth it. But when I spent $17 on that, I just was like, I put specifically like a cafe breakfast. I just don't know that it's worth it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like you could make that at home and it would be so much better, probably. And also $5.
Yeah.
You can make 15 of them if you want it.
I totally agree. I mean, I love going out to eat. I really enjoy like having a drink or going to dinner, doing a happy hour. The breakfast piece, like I love breakfast. It's my favorite meal of the day.
Yeah.
I struggle with going places, especially if it's like, okay, they get you with these like little snacks, because if like you're in desperate need of a coffee and you go to a place and it's like, if you need coffee, you're also gonna need a little snack. And then $20 for this kind of like, back in the day, you know what I mean? Used to be like fucking $5 and now here we are. I'm like, this is actually insane. And also, I don't know about you, but like the quality of some of these coffee places has gone down immensely. Like I feel like when I first moved to San Diego, like there were so many different, I mean there still are so many different coffee places, and I was excited to try them, and most of them were like, wow, this is delicious. Like that coffee place, Dark Horse. When we first went there and walked there all the time, I was like, this is amazing. Went there a few weeks ago. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah.
I'm like, I literally could make this cinnamon whatever the fuck at my house and it'd be so much better. Yeah. Actually, this basic bland ass coffee is better than what you have. And it's $10 for a bag of ground coffee beans, and I can just do it at my house.
Yeah, I agree. I'm like, things are trending in the wrong direction. Maybe better for my wallet, but I was astounded. I literally spent $30 in total with the tip on a coffee and an English muffin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I hate that. I can't. It's like, it's hard because as much as I do like going out, it just like adds up so quickly. Yeah. And it's like, for me, it's like I do that because I enjoy the experience and the people that I'm with. And I think that if I don't know if it would be that big of a priority. Like for me right now, that amount of money that I'm spending going out is worth it because it's like my social hour, and it's also part of like the job, kind of like, in a sense. I hate to say it, but like it kind of is. Mm-hmm. So I enjoy that aspect, but it is really like it adds up.
Yeah.
God, I was trying to think of some other things that are not worth it. I know you said car. I do agree. Like a new car, not worth it.
And I will caveat by saying I've never bought a new car, so maybe it is. But I think not having a car payment, I was thinking about it as I was driving my car. Also, I don't care if my car gets beat up. I don't care if I hit something. I don't care if someone scratches it. I don't care.
Careful now, people are going to be like, she doesn't care.
But like, I feel if I had a brand new vehicle, I would be so anal about like anything getting on it, about people being in it, and I literally like throw my bike in the back. There's surfboards on the top. Like, I don't care if it gets beat up.
Well, to me, it's like, I don't know a lot of things, and I'm not very great with money, but knowing the hard fact of the immediate, like, walk into a car lot, buy a car, drive it off immediately, like,
depreciates
by like immensely is insane. I think I've used immensely twice now. That's crazy in this episode. You've never used that word before. Immensely. So I'm like, I can't, like, my brain is just like, for what? What? I can't do it. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. There's something else I was gonna think of. Fuck.
I could just say
keep going. Maybe it'll spark my.
I'll just rapid fire my last three. Because one of them we just mentioned Uber Eats. I only did that because I got a voucher from work. I think it is not worth the money unless you are on your deathbed, either sick or hungover. I'm like, it is so, when I go to order a meal and then somehow this $15, $20 meal becomes $50, mm-hmm. I can never, like, half the time I go through the whole process of placing the order and then I'm like, I'm not doing it. No. I can't. I'll go pick it up. I'll place it to go and I'll go pick it up, but it is not worth it to me.
Totally. And then you see the breakdown of, like, what the Uber Eats or DoorDash or whatever is getting versus like the driver. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh my fucking God, hell no. Like, I feel bad because this is their job and I'm like not providing, but it's like,
Well,
you're
yeah.
getting the smallest percentage. Like, and also I'm like, this is for the amount of work that you have to do. I'm like, no.
There's been times when I've ordered also and the order is wrong, and then I waited all that time, I spent all that money, and then I didn't even get what I ordered.
And they don't
I'm
give you a
like,
fucking refund. Or they're like, here's just a little coupon for your next order. I'm like, I don't want to do this
I know.
anymore. I don't want to
You're
come back.
trapping me.
Yes.
And then my last two, unless you have something you thought of.
No, keep going.
I used to spend a lot of money on highlighting my hair. That was a complete waste of money.
Yep.
I look back at photos, not that I looked bad, but I'm like, for what?
Yeah.
Why was I spending, I'm not even kidding you, hundreds of dollars highlighting my hair and maintaining highlights? Dumb. And then also, I have never bought these. I love Prada sunglasses, designer sunglasses. There's some really cute ones. I have never bought them, probably because I don't have the money for it. But I'm also like, I don't know that that's worth the money because I've sat on my sunglasses. I've forgotten my sunglasses. I've like dropped them, and I just feel maybe similar to like a brand new car. I would never want to use them because I'd be so scared because I'm like, these cost me hundreds or thousands of dollars. I can't use my sunglasses, and I just feel like that's silly unless you have so much disposable income that it's not like a lot of money to you.
Totally. That's interesting. One of the ones that I was thinking of before is like fast fashion. Like if you're going to go do like spend and like splurge on clothes, I am really trying to like, it's just so easy to like find something online and order all of the stuff through there, just of like the convenience of it. But every time I order something doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Every time. Like I love trying on. I love like just making sure, and if it's like I'm gonna be spending money on it, I want it to fit me in the right way, you know? And I just am like, every time I go to do it, I think maybe this time it'll be worth it, and it never is.
Yeah.
And so I don't know if that's like online shopping. I don't know if that's like in fast fashion. I just think it's like nowadays there's so many different options to like look unique and go like shop other places and like save a little bit of money. It's just like silly to be going like to like Zara and only getting your clothes from Zara or something, or even like American Eagle sometimes, or no, yeah, which is the one that we like? Is it American? Abercrombie, yeah.
So funny.
You know, it's like I like it and I enjoy it and I like their styles, but it's like the amount of money that I am going to spend there, because I know it's going to be a lot, might be better shifted towards like something else that like might fit better, because half the time I have to go like, when I buy like the pants or jeans or whatever and they say short, they're still not short enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it just, not that it's not worth it. Actually, maybe it is not worth it. I still do it, but it is just difficult because it's just like something doesn't fit right. It's not styled correctly, and then in like 2 months, it's in the donation bin.
Yeah, fully. I've bought things and kept the tag on them because I can't return or whatever. It's like final sale, and then I donate it because I never wore it. And I'm like, what a waste of money.
Yeah.
That was really dumb.
Yeah, honestly.
Well, this was fun. I had fun thinking of things.
Same.
I'd be curious what y'all think is worth or not worth the money. Feel free to send it to us. We can recap on... maybe we could bring back the 10 and 10 real quick, you know?
Yeah.
If you have some...
ideas.
If we can get 10 ideas, then we can share them.
Yeah. Well, I have like more of things that are not worth the money. The thing is like I start to think of them and I'm like, wait, I do that. Like I do that quite frequently. So I'm like, I can't say it because I do that all the time.
Well, that's why I'm like, I've gotten highlights. I literally just ordered Uber Eats. I like
got delivered during the podcast,
during the episode,
which is crazy.
But I still don't think it's worth the money.
No. Oh man, no, that was good. Therapeutic.
Very therapeutic. All right, y'all. Well, I think this is the last episode of July, so we'll see you next month. Time is flying
through.
Enjoy your summer and follow Apply to Serve podcast wherever you get your podcasts. We'll see you next week.
See you next week. Bye.